Hey folks, welcome back to Flight Sim 2020, and it's my birthday, so I figured I'm gonna have a nice flight. It's technically tomorrow, but that's a GTA episode and you're gonna love that one. But today, I figured, it's Thursday, it's the day before my birthday, it's the day of my birthday stream, so check out my birthday stream later, which will be an epic party. We're gonna have a great time. That is tonight, as always. But first, we're gonna fly down to Forks in Washington State from Orcas Island, and we're taking the Coronado Mooney M20R Ovation. So it's going to be a nice little flight. Ooh, we just chonked in there to the world. That was different. Okay, so we're going to get ourselves started up here. Get our boost pump on, which I believe is that one. Make sure fuel's in. Let's give it a good pump. Make sure our fuel is selected left tank, and we'll go for an engine start once we've got our lights on, that is. Strobes, nav and beacon are on. There we go. Engine's coming up. Let's knock that boost pump off. Alternator and avionics are on, and I need to tune to the Orcas frequency here, so we pull up Garmin Pilot. We're looking for, where are we now? Multicom is going to be 128.25, so yep, 250, so we want 250. Probably could have gone the other way and been faster on the dial there, but hopefully at some point Microsoft will allow support for the SciTech panel, so I can use my radio panel and do this efficiently and quickly without the camera bob. So that's our main frequency, and let me have a quick look at Forks, see if we've got any nav. I don't think we do. 122.9 for them, so we'll just set that for our arrival, because it always pays to have it ready, especially with the camera bob in flights and making it more difficult to actually use your radio. VFR flight today, we're going to be skirting past Victoria International. We don't want to bother with their airspace, otherwise I use VOR. We're going to fly direct in this case because I'd rather not hassle with international airport airspace. It's a pain and it requires me to follow a lot more rules than I'd like. So Orcas traffic, November 403 Sierra X-ray is taxi for departure 34 to the south. Exit left pattern. Right, let's get ourselves taxied out here. The Moon is a nice quick little aeroplane, so we should have a nice trip today. Some beautiful scenery along the coast. And boy does this thing move quickly. Okay, we'll set our flaps for departure. And it should be a relatively quick exit here from Orcas Island. We'll be taking off and banking to our left and departing on the left downwind, which should give us a nice exit from the area. Oh look, there's one of the black box bird dog amphibians, which any DLC aircraft you have in 2020 show up as AI, which is super cool. Orcas traffic, November 403 Sierra X-ray entering 34, departure, left traffic. Okay, runway is clear. Gonna pull in here. And we're just gonna start rolling without stopping, no need to check. One thing I'll skip in flight sim videos is my mag checks, because I know it's gonna work because it's flight sim unless I decide to turn on failures. At which point, you know, we'll see. Okay, we're good. We're positive. Gears coming up. Throttle for climb. Flaps coming up. Watch the nose trim. Oh, hello. Yeah, there we go. The nose bob. Just maintain that climb without it getting too steep. Use throttle to set our pitch. Orcas traffic, November 403 Sierra X-ray, entering left traffic for departure. I'm going to turn crosswind here. Bit high of a nose angle for a turnout, but the plane can handle it. These things are rocket ships, the Moonies. Incredibly fast and nimble aeroplanes. And we'll be heading south in that general direction, so it should be a nice easy trip today, about half an hour, over some truly gorgeous scenery with a plane fit for watching it. Every year, this day or this week, the video that comes closest, which in this case my birthday's technically tomorrow, I always like to make a video of something I enjoy. Last year it was Descenders, and I still love that game, but I figured with 2020 out and my passion for flying, I wanted to post this. I really did. Twofold reason: I love flying, and I'm considering it as a personal little vacation from work, if you will. Here we go, we're left downwind now, departing. So it's enjoyable for that reason. But the second reason is I also want to plug my second channel, which is Avangel. Link is in the description. It's my dedicated channel for flight sim and all things flying related. Moment it's FS 2020. There'll probably be some P3D content and some other sims there eventually. But if you like flying, check it out. It is my home for reviews, news, flights, updates. I've looked at some of the Orbex airports, some freeware sceneries, and we've had some aircraft reviews on there, including this one. So check it out. There actually will be a new video on there yesterday or today, depending on when that goes out, reviewing the new India Foxtrot Echo written Long Easy, which is a great plane. So let's turn on course. Orcas Island traffic, November 403 Sierra X-ray, departing traffic en route. So let's get ourselves rolled on target here. So, we'll try and work out the autopilot functions here. We're wanting our nav hold, and we're wanting altitude hold, which right now is 3,000 feet, which should be more than enough. So let's turn that autopilot on, and hopefully it doesn't spaz out on us and cause a catastrophe. It seems to be behaving now with the 1.1 update. But yes, Avangel, check it out, link in the description. It's my little pet project, something I've always dreamed of doing. I've always wanted to. I've loved flight sim for years, played it for over a decade. I never imagined I'd have a YouTube channel, which is weird, since I'm talking on it. And I thought, you know what? About a month ago, I'm going to give this a crack, or a month and a half ago, I suppose now. I'm going to give this a crack. I've always wanted to do more something dedicated to my flying and flight simming. I've seen plenty of channels out there, and there's a small bunch of really good flight sim channels, but not a huge number of great ones. And I figured, you know what, I've learned a lot doing YouTube, video editing, talking on videos, how to actually create content. And I figured, you know what, I'm going to take a story of this. Why not? I'm going to make a dedicated second channel for it. It has been a bit of a nightmare to get it going. I think I was pumping out 2 videos a week on top of my usual 5. It's dropped to 1 now for the second channel because I've been so busy with EUP. And that's another thing. The EUP custom pack for the Aspirant Gaming server is complete. I am done. I finished my second alpha test this morning. Ready to go to the beta server and get tested before it goes into the game. So we will have EUP 9, at least the latest beta 8.8, in our server very soon, with updates coming as they come from EUP. I am excited. Very excited. Super excited. It is huge. It's been a massive project. I've created over 700-800 files for this, textures for every department you can imagine. And where are we going? Your bank angles are extreme, Autopilot. Holy crapola. Alright, let's set our aircraft up properly. I've pulled back the props. Let's set to about 80% here on the fuel, because we're only at 3,000 feet, we don't need to lean it too much, but set ourselves up for a nice comfortable cruise here. We're doing about 160 knots right now, so we're motoring along About 24 minutes left in the flight. And we haven't actually had a look at a lot of scenery, so right now we're passing over the Sound, heading south from Orcas Island. Because once again the autopilot gets a little extreme in its movements. I wouldn't mind if the bank angles were halved slightly with this. It's going to about a 30-degree bank angle every time it wants to basically adjust things. Have you heard of fine adjustments? Probably not. So yeah, basically we're going to be passing to the south of Victoria International, which is going to be over there. I don't want the hassle of going through their airspace, so we're skirting the class Bravo. We want nothing to do with it. It is a pain in the ass, so we're going to stay clear of that. And it should take us all the way down there, 22 minutes on the clock it says here, for us to get to... You know what, we'll take her up a bit. 5,000 feet should do us just nicely. Now I need to set my pitch reference to get us to climb to that altitude. Should be a simple prospect. We'll go 2 degrees, takes about 500 feet per minute en route climb. Is it doing just that? It is. Okay, good. We have en route climb established and we're going up. Nice to see some of the updates they brought to the aircraft that have come into the sim more recently. It's definitely been a big change, and with the updates they've had for Flight Sim overall, the performance of the sim has gone up dramatically, I will say. Now I'm flying through the Washington, kind of the Seattle, Vancouver, Portland triangle, which has been the hell zone for Flight Sim over the years, and it's not bad. Better than it has been, considering we're flying in phenomenal terrain and a fully high fidelity aircraft. This is impressive. I think about 35 to 40 FPS right now, which is great. It's more than acceptable. As we are still set on route here, about to come up to 4,000 feet. In about 400 feet. Slight elongation to our flight time, but minute or two. The climb will cost us, but we'll run a little faster at 5,000 feet and should get a better view of the scenery below us. That'll be Victoria over there. It has been a long year. I can't believe it's been another year since I made that Descenders video last year, my birthday itself, which was the Thursday, now it's the Friday. It's been exhausting. Lots have happened. The whole shenanigans in 2020, of course. I'd love to say that this is such a sad year because I spend my birthday alone and without friends, but that's every year. I spend every birthday alone. Not alone, obviously. You know, I have my boyfriend here, my cat, but in general, I don't really have a lot of friends in real life. You guys and my friends in the community and my friends. So my birthdays are always spent at home, usually online. So sounds miserable and lonely, doesn't it? God, I'm bringing the vibe down here. I do apologise. I guess it does need to reflect sometimes, but it's been a busy year, and even without COVID, you guys have all been around. This has been a great year. We've had such wonderful times, some epic journeys and stories, and it's been cool. And I've been so happy to be part of it with you guys, and I'm excited. It's definitely looking positive, and I look forward to seeing where 2021 goes. That's going to be a big one, as we're passing over downtown Victoria now. Tip of British Columbia. Look at that. Quality of FS 2020 is beautiful. I honestly never imagined we'd see this. I thought P3D5 was great, but... And it is, don't get me wrong, but 2020 is just a whole different beast. It's gorgeous. A lot of the issues I had with P3D are no longer existing. Yeah, I'd like to see more aircraft, more variety, but for the time being, I'll take it. You know, there's so much going on, and it really does feel like a whole new world. I love it. So we are en route here, climbing to 5,000, about 250 feet away. And we should be easily locked in. if this wants to behave itself. Check our mixture, drop it back a little bit here. Watch the exhaust gas temperature gauge there. The one's at 14, 12, 14, 15. Great way to trim your mixture is keep your eye on that to watch for it to peak. Bringing it back still. Kind of want to keep it green, so we'll just bring it back to nudge it till it's in arc for best burn. We don't really want to go any leaner, but that should give us a boost in our performance, reduce fuel burn, and overall make the journey a little bit smoother. As we look down below us on Victoria, the bits of it we can see. Let's have a look out the window, shall we? Oh, hello. Yeah. Leaning out the window there. Oh, screw it. Let's go out the window fully. Didn't know I could do that. Look at this. We're on the wing, because why not? Victoria, British Columbia. Passing over downtown. There's a shipyard there with a dry dock. There's a marina, boat yards, some boat ramps. Golf course over there. The whole downtown metropolis. It's quite a pretty little city with a lot of water around it. I love that. That looks so cool. Ooh, we're flying on the wing. Ooh, what's that? Cool little coastal spit there. Huh, I like this viewpoint actually. Let's go back inside. I do love the flexibility of the camera system in 2020. That's definitely one of the big pluses. It's really, really dynamic. I mean, I can even... Oh wait, I can... Oh my god, it works in every direction. There we go. I'm the passenger now. Or I'm even more of a passenger, because I'm in the back seat. This is cool. I didn't know I could do that. I am learning on the fly with you guys, but we're a passenger in the back seat of the Mooney here, with nobody flying the plane. That would be a really, really, really concerning viewpoint. Sitting here going, where is everybody else and why are we still flying? Oh no, we're going to die. This is bad. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Anyway, all craziness aside. Can I open that from the inside? No, I can't. So let's go back to the pilot seat. We're Locarinoed in, I think, at 500 if it's going to stabilize. Yep, we are just about. Are you going to decide to stabilize me at 5,000 feet, or are you going to lie to me? Okay. So this is our fuel burn down here. 13.9 gallons an hour, and we have 44 to... Actually, is that to destination? That can't be. It's lying. So that's on gallons used. You are lying to me, Control, because you don't show any correct details. How very dare you? We're 15 minutes away, basically, so we're on time for our arrival. Must say I enjoy this plane. This is definitely a great cruiser. It's got great speed, it's got good comfort, it's a nice, tidy little plane. Really feels fun to fly, it's got good stability, nice handling. Really just flies well. If you want to go somewhere, the Moonies have always been great planes. I mean, that's why they're popular with doctors and golf courses and, you know, dentists who have the money for a plane. Good cruising aircraft. Never been a huge Mooney fan, but with not many low-wing, single-engine GA aircraft out right now, I'll take it. Would I prefer to fly a Piper right now? Yes. Am I looking forward to Milviz's Baron? Heck yeah. Steam gauge Baron B-55? I will fly the bejeebus out of that thing. Look forward to it. Also, their 310 and T-50 Bobcat. Love to fly those. I really want their Beaver though. That's the one I'm most desperate for. I think if I were to throw up a hit list of things I'm looking forward to, the Milvis Beaver, certainly. Coronado's bringing out a Seminole next, which is alright. It wouldn't be my first choice, but I'll fly it. I want Coronado to bring the 206 and the 207 out again, and the 185. Those are 3 planes I'm desperate for. The 185, as long as they bring out the amphibian version 2 and Flight Sim works out how to give, you know, stuff wakes that are on water and splash effects from touching down, because I'm gonna be honest, considering they included a seaplane by default in the Icon A5, it has no wake and it has no splashdown, no spray. Come on, all this work and you couldn't even get a spray right, something you had in FS 2004. So yes, I'm looking forward to the Milvis Beaver. I would love to see the Coronado bring out the 185 and its bush variants, including the bush tyres, skis and floating amphibians. Whether they'll do that or not, I don't know, because that would be a redesign of the aircraft with it being a slightly older FSX model and then more recent. Do want to see the 207, absolutely, that is my baby. The 206, always a favourite of mine, as long as I can take the wheel pants off it and fly in the bush, not this crappy golf course loving leather seated G1000 ugh, monster. The Beaver, the Otter, basically anything that can fly GA or fly the bush. So nice high wing, big tyres. Albio's 170 would be cool. They're pretty nice planes. Maybe the 404, 406, those are good ones. I could like those too. I'm rattling off numbers right now and I know I'm boring a lot of you, so I will shut up. And maybe we'll go sit on the wing again once we get close to the land here. But right now we are approaching Point Yugsu, which is a VOR nav point. Irrelevant to us, but we're heading towards it. Just down the coast there is William R. Fairchild International, which should be over that away somewhere, so that away, somewhere over there. It's irrelevant to us though. We are heading inland shortly towards S18. There's a helipad nearby, so it's going to be downtown. But it should be fairly close to the Pacific coast. We're not on the coast, but we're heading towards it. I believe there might be a nav beacon just off the coast here, so I'm going to have a look for where that one is. That's not a nav beacon, I don't think. It's a marker NDB. That's, yeah, the approach marker for the William Fairchild approach, so we need to ignore that one. That's the outer marker for the airport approach. So we should be heading, without any real nav aids down here, we'll be heading across that first row of peaks, a valley, second set of peaks, and then the third valley. After that is where we make our approach finally to our field, which is S18. Now I wish I could pop my iPad up on the screen. I think I can with a couple of plugins, which I'll try and look for. But we're heading into Forks, and the weather is currently 20 statute miles visibility. Winds are 7 at 269er. What have we got for runways? We've got, come on, touchscreen, do your thing. Runway 0422, so we're most likely going for 22. And it's 2,400 feet, 75 feet wide. Surface is hard with full-time lighting. So that is always good. No procedure charts, and we have no information on whether it is fuel. That's unfortunate. Yeah, ceiling 7,000 feet, so we are well good for this one. Actually, weather update is now swinging around, so that 4 is going to be our choice runway here. Winds have shifted now, so they dropped to about 3 knots. At runway 4, so we'll be entering traffic and landing on 4. Should be fairly easy. So coastline coming up here. I have to pop back out on the wing and have a little look-see doodle. About 9 minutes left until we make our approach and land. Would like to have seen Canada fix that fuel flow meter to actually show distance to destination. but I think that requires it to be plugged into the NDB, which I don't know if we have one nearby. I'll take a look. I'm pretty positive there are no NDBs, but we can always try and find one. So forks, frequencies, this is multicom 1 to 2.9, which we're on. KULL is just further down. What are you? Do you have any frequencies? Multicom and ASOS. So nothing there. That's a 4,000 foot asphalt runway. Where's our nearest beacon? I don't think we have one actually. Nothing useful at least. A lot of Washington has replaced its NDBs and various beacons. We have a VOR to the north, which is Tango Oscar Uniform, which is a high altitude VOR. 112.2, but that is irrelevant to us because it's to our north. Now we could set it on a direct track distance positioning, which would give us information, but that's extra hassle for navigation we don't need. Essentially I could tell myself to be flying from it on a certain heading at a certain range, which would work. So we're coming inland here, and I think it's time for us to step back outside for some fresh air. Whee! Much better view. We'll go to the trailing edge. We'll look off the back of the wing. There we go. Look at that. That is stunning. That looks almost man-made. Oh, we flew back inside. Back of the wing. Yeah. The flexibility of the camera system, I must say, is one of the most impressive parts of 2020. It's just so much more dynamic and less clunky than previous. Those are metal bits by there, by the way. They are our speed brakes. Didn't know that, do you now? Still not sure what the keyboard shortcut is, so I'm reluctant to basically just deploy them in flight and have to manually go grab the lever to pull them back in. Those are the sort of things I'd like to do without looking at a real aircraft. I'm glad this now supports player tail numbers. That is quite a nice feature, something that annoyed me before. That is beautiful. What a sight. Wow. That's almost a nice screenshot there. This game blows me away with how pretty it looks. Let's go all the way out to the wingtip, shall we? I just love messing around like this sometimes, it's really fun. Look at that, it's like a GoPro mounted on the wingtip. That does look cool. Detail on the modelling. Those rivets are all normal maps, by the way, they're not 3D modelled. They're essentially a 3D texture that creates elevation in the lighting and shadowing. It's a really smart concept. It reduces poly counts and stuff. Shadow balking. Bad. In fact, quite a bit of shadow balking, but no one's really going to care or notice, so does it really matter? Or am I just being a massive pedant? Yes, I am. So let's go back inside. Whee! That was fun. What if I was flying and I was a midget? This is how high I'd be. Or if I was like Hightower in Police Academy, I'd be up here. Oh, this plane has a really long nose. How long is this? Oh my god. I'll book back to being normal, but I'm talking way too much. I've not had too much caffeine, I promise you. I have not had too much caffeine. As we're 5 minutes out now, so we're approaching this second ridge line of mountains. I'm going to knock off the Autopilot, I think. Put the flight director on. Let's drop the nose here. Throttle back a little bit. Throttle up actually, we should raise the nose slightly. And we'll try and find forks. So we'll switch radio frequencies. And we are... Wait a second, are you lying to me? No, we're 12 miles out, okay, it's not lying to me. It's only about 500 feet per minute right now, we'll maintain that. Should be a nice gentle approach. back a little bit to reduce this. Once we clear these hills, we should be looking for our airfield in the town, or near a town. With the helipad nearby, it definitely gives me belief that there is some sort of town here. Let's have a look, actually. What is this? Forks Community Hospital. Yeah, so that's a hospital there. That is 53 Whiskey Tango is the hospital, which is just down the way. And my maps just show green terrain. They don't show a town, and I'm pitching up. No, I'm not. I'm just nearly running level. So probably that's Forks ahead of us here, based on me looking at the ground. I know there's a lake there, which should be here. So as soon as we pass that lake, we'll be coming over this headland here. So our airfield should be somewhere there. That's what we're looking for. So we need to just steepen our descent a little bit. We'll throttle back. That river leads into downtown Forks. So it comes down here to about there. So we'll keep our eyes peeled. And there's another valley just below us here, which would make total sense. This one, which also leads down and joins up with the river. Where they converge is just... or where they get closer, I should say, is just closer to where the airfield is. Let's get rid of that mouse pointer. So the descent becomes a little more uncontrolled as I'm not paying attention.
Let the approach landmark 3361 is at 7,400 feet, descending 4,700 feet.
Got traffic on multicom.
Landmark 3361, light the approach, continue to YUCSU as planned.
Folks.
29.9
Sierra 18 traffic, November 403 Sierra X-rays type Mooney M20, inbound 7 miles to the November Echo for landing. Okay, so gotta keep your eyeballs peeled actually in 2020 because it's about as hard to find airports as it is in real life. And this is why people land at the wrong airport, by the way, in the real world. Oh god, shut up, horn. You know what, I'm gonna hit that, then I'm gonna hit... No, you're meant to be the bypass for the annoying sound. Shut up. So we're looking for Forks Community Hospital. That'll give us a good reference. That is just to the northwest of, or due north in fact. Yeah, due north of our airfield. I'm seeing a separated building down there, but I'm not seeing an airfield. It still says we're about 4 miles out, so I may be looking in completely the wrong place. I'm trying to swing out a little bit from my track to keep eyes. It should be off our Limburg reference right now. Could that be it to our 12, 11 o'clock-ish? I'm not sure. That looks like it could be. That would be the hospital just to the north of it, yeah. Okay, that's our airfield there. Right there. Shut up, plane. This is looking smaller than I thought it would be. Yeah, that'll be our helipad in the hospital there. Sierra 18 traffic, November 403 Sierra X-ray. Entering left traffic 04 for landing. Yeah, that'll be the hospital down there. Unless I am horrifically misjudging where we are. Also possible. Where are you? Is that the hospital? That looks like a hospital. That does look like a hospital. That looks big enough to be a hospital. Which means, where's the airport? Am I on the Quack? Oh, hello, Chunky Moment. I don't know where the airport is. I don't know where the airport is. I don't know where the airport is. So we're passing it now. I'm looking. I'm looking. Need to drop that wing, so I need to have more power here. While I do some bush shenanigans here to drop the wing so I can look. That is not an airfield. We're gonna have 24 feet of runway here somewhere. Where does this say we are? We're about to pass the airfield. Where are you?
3361, you are 400 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 4,700
Where are
feet,
you?
altimeter 29.92.
There. I got it. Got it. There she is, down there. We are very high.
Descend and maintain 4,700 feet. Landmark 3361.
SAR 18 traffic, number 403 CRX-ray is extending downwind 404. Yeah, we'll come down here, we'll extend and we'll turn around. I could not see that to the last second, that was crazy. That thing barely existed. Whoo-wee. That was hard to see.
Descend and maintain 3,600 feet. Landmark 3361.
It's still a bit of a modified pattern, but I do want to put this on the ground because I realise time is going on, so I wish to expedite matters as we look down some beautiful Washington scenery below us.
5 miles west of Kilo Charlie Lima Mike.
Where's that darn speed brake button? I don't even know what the speed brake button is in a Mooney, so we're not going to use it. Because that requires effort. Right, let's get ourselves turned around here. There's still some competent clue as to where the airfield is. Drop the gear. Should help us slow down. So that mountain line there is where we need to head for. CR18 traffic, 403 CRX-ray is turning base to final 04. This is not a regular traffic pattern, but I don't care. I just want to get in here. It took me longer to see the damn place. Let's bring the nose round. Okay, confirming throttle and mix are good. Flaps 1 notch. Runway in sight. Straighten the nose here of the ridgeline. We're going to bring it in gentle. A little bit of input. Now I did order the Honeycomb Aviation throttle quadrant, which would be lovely to have with the trim wheel and all the buttons and everything, but it was meant to come out today. It got pushed back till December, so unfortunately my birthday gift to myself of the Honeycomb Bravo quadrant ain't coming. That's sad, isn't it? Flaps to landing. Lined up on the runway. Or close enough to lined up on the runway. And I believe that's our runway just to the left there. We're just slightly right of it. So we should be okay once I roll in. There we go. Bring the throttle down a little bit. CR18 traffic, November 403 CRX-ray landing 04. Okay. Nicely does it. This is a standard airport, so don't be expecting what we took off from. But they still have sloped runways, that is the nice thing. There we go. Touchdown. We should be able to get off all of these taxiways up here. We'll get off the brakes now. Should have an exit coming up here. CR18 traffic, November 403 Sierra X-ray is clear of the active taxi for parking. And we're clear. That is us. Boom, done. So, final thoughts. Love this plane. Love flying. I thought I'd make a video today that I really enjoyed because it's the day I can. So, thank you for watching, folks. I love you all. You're wonderful people. And do check out my second channel, my Flight Sim channel specifically, Avangel. There is a link in the description. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all next time, and thank you so much. Oh, better shut down the airplane. Gotta be conscientious pilots. No, wrong way, goddamn controls. There we go. Thanks for watching. Bye.